for Asra Minerals after shareholders agreed it better reflects the company's mission of targeting gold along a vast geological arc in a prominent Western Australian gold region. Paul Stephen, the MD, is with me now. Paul, a lot's been happening for your company.
Thanks, Sonia. Look, we're just getting started. This is, the last 3 months have been really exciting. We think we've made a discovery with the Eclipse drilling that we've recently announced. There's a lot more work to do there, but the company's just so blessed with so many targets, and getting the name right, getting the company consolidated, getting the right amount of money in the bank, and most importantly for me, getting the board right. We've now got a really strong board, and we've brought on Ziggy Lubinecki, a very famous geologist. Recently, he was credited with the discovery of the Gold Road deposit, but he's found many other deposits in Western Australia. And working with him and our new team has just put an absolute fire under the company. I think we were being held back because we didn't have the right amount of money. We've corrected that. We were being held back because we had too many shares on issue. We've corrected that. I think we've got the right portfolio of land. People forget we're operating in direct proximity, literally right next door to two of the biggest companies listed on the ASX in Genesis and Vault Minerals. So we've got very active major companies doing a lot of work. There's a lot of work happening around us as well. There's a lot of other companies on our tenement boundaries drilling very, very closely to what we've got. We're one of the largest landholders in the area. We're certainly outside of the majors. And when we talk about the majors, we're broadly a $10 million company. Our neighbours are collectively worth over $8 billion in ASX market capitalisation. So we're the definition of a very small fish in a very big pond.
And of course, GoldArc has already got a resource of some 200,000 ounces.
Yeah, look, we've got a great starting position. And when we came into this company, you obviously got an ambition to grow to 500, to grow the resource, but we're not starting off a really tiny base. We're starting off at a base of 200,000 ounces. And all of those projects are open and able to be expanded. Of course, with the geological team we've got, they're very much driven equally for a new discovery. And we've got such a large expanse of land that's never been drilled because it goes undercover, and with modern exploration, we can now go into those areas and give ourselves a chance of finding something that no one's ever found before. So, I think we've got a great balance between expanding on our existing resources and finding new ones.
Now, of course, you've actually booked a drill rig already. You're planning to start drilling next month.
Yes, we'll be drilling again in October. We've just completed 2 drill programs and we haven't received all the results back. We got some and they were very, very, very encouraging, especially from the Eclipse project. But we're still waiting on, we were waiting on some very brave drilling we did south of the Cosmopolitan mine. This is where we're drilling a long strike from known mineralisation. The Cosmopolitan mine, was the largest mine in Western Australia in 1922. 300,000 ounces produced down to 600 metres. And the mineralisation goes undercover where the miners at the time were unable to do anything with that. So, these are exciting programs for us.
And you're fully funded.
And we're fully funded. So we've just completed a $3.25 million placement, really tight book, really tight group of shareholders. And I'm looking forward to the rest of this year where we can now concentrate on delivering results.
Now all of that is just around the corner, Paul, but of course with the name change came a share capital consolidation. Some shareholders would see that as a red flag. Should they in this case?
Look, I don't think so, Sonia. I think it's the key to unlocking the value in the company. Changing the name is great, but getting the share structure correct so that we can attract the right calibre of investor. And really, when you look at GoldArc and the ounces that it has and the land position that it has, I think it's worth a lot more than it's currently trading at. But with 4 billion shares on issue, we were struggling to unlock that value. So I think the consolidation will be seen as actually one of the really key events to us getting this company revalued to what it's really worth.
Now, of course, GoldArc Resources is now trading on the ASX under the code GA8. Paul, anything you want to add?
No, I think it's just going to be a very exciting back end of 2025. We've got results to come from existing drilling. We've got new drilling to deliver new results. And, I don't think there's going to be any more changes needed at the company. We've got everything in place that we need to be successful.
Well, I wish you all the best for the months ahead, and we'll see you again very soon.
Thanks, Sonia.